welcome back to my channel. Adair Cosplay here, and we're working on Harley Quinn Birds of Prey here. Last week we made the shorts. We painted the shorts. They came out looking great. I'm very excited for that, and now we need to work on our wigs. So, if you remember from my Spirit Halloween haul video, I bought this wig, a regular Harley Quinn pigtail braid, I guess. And that is what we're going to use today to make the wig. So, I've got it here. I've already unwrapped pieces that wrapped around the rubber band. I've unwrapped that. And now I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut the rubber band off to let the wig completely loose. Alright, I did that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a wide tooth comb and comb through the wig, just so that it's a little less tangled. Oh my lord. When brushing out your wig, start from the bottom and go up, because if you try to start from the top and then brush down, all the knots that are going to be up here are going to tangle with the knots at the bottom, and it's going to be disastrous. So, bottom, and then go up as you get the knots out. Some knots are going to be more difficult than others. I'm super new to wig styling, so this is going to be really difficult for me because I've never styled a wig. I feel like I've always just sort of like bought the wigs the way that they were. So I'm hoping that this comes out looking good, and if not, you know, I can purchase a wig, so I'm not too worried about it. But, you know, if I can, I'd like to style my own wig. You can see right here, I don't know how well you can see, but there's a giant knot right here, and that could be from glue. It looks like glue. So that could potentially end up having to get cut rather than combed out because it's just so tight in there. But we'll see. We'll try our best. It looks like it came loose just a little bit, but not a lot. Oh. Bam. I got it out. I didn't have to cut it or anything. That's awesome. Feels good. You need to get a new styrofoam head. Ugh, this one is dying pretty bad. Alright, so I've brushed out one side of it. This is the side I brushed out. It's, you know, a Spirit Halloween wig, so I'm not expecting this to be beautiful, but you can definitely tell the difference between the non-brushed side and the brushed side. So I'm going to go ahead and brush out the other side real quick while I warm my steamer up. So she's completely brushed out, and now my steamer is going to straighten her. Let me adjust my camera so that you guys have just a little bit of a better angle at what I'm doing here. So I have my steamer, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do sections where I just kind of use the steamer on it. Doing this is really difficult, so if you have another set of hands who can help you, use them. Because the steamer reveals tangles really easily. gonna get her straight. I am gonna leave her overnight, and I will see you guys in the morning. So I let the wig sit overnight. It's actually been a couple of nights. I just haven't really been able to get to it, and she's pretty straight. And I've already put half of it up into a pigtail. So now we're just gonna put the other half in. I've got a couple of rubber bands here. So we're gonna get her into a ponytail. So how I achieved this pigtail is, this one was pretty easy because the wig was like meant for pigtail. So it was made specifically to put in a pigtail. Other wigs are not going to be like this, and I actually am still struggling with my Jericho wig, so hopefully this might help. So I have my regular brush and a wide tooth comb available to use, but I'm starting from the top here, and then I'm just kind of brushing the hairs here back. So I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to brush the hair back, stabby it right there. As I go along, I might add more pins to the wig, but for right now, I'm just kind of doing it the way I can. So I'm just kind of like slicking it back and placing it where I want it, and then adding all of the hairs from the back side of the scalp. All of the scalp goes first. And you can see that it's got like some like short hairs here. So once that's done, then I start adding from the bottom. You can't just like lift the whole thing and come up, because that's not how the wig is like shaped. So I just take like a section and I slick it up. Section up. Up. All right. Now we've got it. It's up. We're loving it. I am going to add a pin to the bottom part here. So I just stabby. And then I'm just going to use a rubber band to tie it off. I've got a couple of small ones here. I don't care about the color of the rubber band because I'm going to use some of that excess hair that I've got when I cut it to wrap around the rubber band so you can't actually see it. So I'm trying to make it as even as possible with the other one. I hate pulling through. Okay, and then I tighten it, and this is where the brush is going to come in. It's super messy, so I'm just going to hold the pigtail at the base, and then I'm going to brush through to make it just a little bit sleeker, less tangled. And then I'm going to tighten it again. And part of... It's okay. Now, I'm not really sure how I'm going to keep these pigtails up because they're very, very, like, not really stable. So, I'm hoping that with some of the excess hair that I'll be able to keep it up. So, I've got cutting shears here. I've never cut a wig in my life, so I'm actually super nervous about it, but we're gonna just do it, okay? Her hair is short. So I'm just going to sort of measure out where I want it to be, and then I'm just going to do it section by section. So I think that's good. But I need the long pieces so that I can create the bangs as well as the wrap that's going to go around here. So I'm just going to put the sections to the side. Oof. Oh my goodness, I'm terrified. See, the good thing is that if this doesn't work out, I know that I can purchase an already done wig. So that's the only thing keeping me from going a little stir crazy here, guys. And then making the bangs for this with the extra hair is going to be also kind of difficult because I've never done that before. So I'm interested to know what's going to happen. And I'm also, her hair is really sloppy. I hate saying that because she's an actress, very famous and stuff, but her hair is very sloppy. So I'm not like really cutting it with the intent of it looking super amazing. So there, one side done, all that hair. And that also takes off some of the weight. So it'll make it a little bit easier for the wig to stay stable. Bam. Okay, let's do the next one. This one also is just going to end up being eyeballed, so because it's not nearly as high up in the wig. So, yeah, that was about right. Yes, I did in fact just do this to do this to see where I was going to cut the wig, just so it's a little even. But again, her hair is not amazing. In the movie, it's very much like impulse. My boyfriend broke up with me, now I'm going to change my hair, which is exactly what happened. The Joker and I broke up. Okay. I've never cut hair before. Like, I'm not even as a kid, I didn't even cut my own hair. Like, I never had to, and I was never really interested in it. I've been trying to grow out my hair for as long as I can remember, so stayed the heck away from scissors, that's for sure. Okay, we did it. So, if you guys noticed, her hair is also not full blonde. So, I'm just cutting some of these extra strands that are out there. Okay, so her hair is colored blue and pink. So I've got some alcohol inks here in blue and pink. The colors that I'm using, I stole these from my mom, so is a watermelon and indigo. Now, I'm not going to use all of this the way that it is. I'm going to dilute them with water. So we're going to do a test strand first with the blue. Come join me to do this test strand. I love doing test strands. They're my entire life. Look at him. He's so smexy. Okay, so I've got 3 things of water here, and one of them is for the black, for the whatchamacallits? The roots. Woo. Alrighty then. That went pretty quickly. And then I'm going to use a popsicle stick, if I have one. Yes, I do. To stir the water. Ooh, it dyed the popsicle stick, so I guess there's that good sign. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of the hair that I cut and dip it in and see kind of what happens. Does it dye? Does it not dye? It does dye. I could probably make the water just a little bit darker though, since there's a lot of water. And then stir it. Ooh, look at how pretty and dark that is. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Awesome sauces. So I just wanted to do the test strand. I'm not actually ready to dye the hair. I know that I just did the test strand and everything, and that was probably very, oh, she's gonna dye the hair. But I'm not. I just wanted to test strand it, so that way if I had to come up with like another situation, I could. Instead, we're gonna quickly make the bangs. So I'm gonna set up for that. So I have a scrap piece of fabric here. I measured it out to be about 5 inches. And then I have all of the scrap hair and a hot glue gun. This is what I'm going to use to glue the hair to the thing. So I'm just going to take like a small amount at a time. And then I'm just going to do it on this side because this side's a little bit more straight. I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue. And then I'm just going to place the wig hair on it without burning myself is going to be like the most important part. Which I'm not very good at. I'm really, really bad at not burning myself. And then I just move the hair that didn't get glued. And this is what it's going to look like in the end. Hopefully it'll look better than this, but we'll find out. I just have to really, really do this. Luckily it's going to get cut, so if any of the hair ends up coming out uneven, it's not going to be like a huge deal. Oh, but the hair is connecting to the... goodness. Hair is very annoying. Oof, look at that. All of this hair getting connected to my fingers. This is going to be an interesting day, everybody. Alright, I'm going to finish doing this and I'll be right back. I've glued on the bangs and now I'm just going to kind of trim them up a little bit so that they're more bangy. I was originally going to sew them on, but realized it just wasn't going to work out, which is what this is a little bit of fabric that I used. It'll end up getting dyed like black or something, so it won't really be noticeable. So now I'm just going to trim them so that they're shorter, more bangy-like. Again, her bangs are not really that professionally done. I mean, I'm sure that they were professionally done, but these are definitely way more like, I don't know. They're supposed to look choppy, so. Alright, we're gonna move on and start doing the dyeing process. So here I have the pink. I mixed watermelon with this color. I can't find where it says the name of it. Shell pink. So this is just alcohol ink by Ranger. So, and then I've got the wig here. And I'm just gonna dip each side in to its thing. I'm going to start with blue. So I made sure that it's got plenty of pins in it so that way it can't move. So I'm starting with the blue and dipping that in. And I'm just going to use kind of a popsicle stick to kind of get more of that hair in. This is kind of cool. Look at how that looks. It's gonna come out looking so good. So I'm just gonna set this here for just a second. I don't want it going too deep into it, so. And I'm gonna grab a glove here, and I'm going to put the glove on. Which is way more difficult when you've got nails. The glove will not work. I didn't really think about what I was going to use, for the hair so that way it doesn't like escape. So I ended up just wrapping it in like a little trash thing. So now we're just gonna move on to the pink one. The pink side is gonna be the more difficult side because I gotta say pink is not really a vibrant color. So I'm just gonna let that sit in there and just kind of like soak to get more color. And I might even add just a couple more drops of the watermelon just so it can get like a little bit more vibrant coloring. And use the popsicle stick to kind of swish it around. So you can see it's definitely getting color. It's just gonna need to sit there to gain more. So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my third container of water, and I don't have black alcohol ink, so instead we're gonna dilute it with black paint. Not a lot. So this is what I'm gonna use for her roots. Her roots might be more brown, so I'm hoping that this will just kind of dilute into less of like a black and more into like something else, or like something lighter maybe. So we're just gonna do that, and we'll use a test strand. I like to use test strands on everything that I can. So I kept the bag of hair. Inside here I have all of the hair, so I'm just gonna take out a small strand and then toss it in there just to see if it dyes. And if it doesn't, we can add more. Alright, definitely getting some dyeing in there. And lots of random hair, I guess, too. So, that can go in the trash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and I'm going to just like dab it onto the roots. So we're going to wait for the pink to go, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to show you guys really quick. I ended up having to dilute the paint with water instead of water with paint. So there's more paint so that I can really do this. And the other brush didn't work out very well. So I'm using a paintbrush and just painting it down the roots. I've done it for the rest. I just wanted to show you guys in a view that you guys could see what I'm doing. Now we're going to pull these off. That's what she looks like. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. She's done. She just has to dry. I'm pretty excited about how she looks. So I haven't decided if I'm going to make her mallet yet. I'm leaning towards yes, but I'm not completely sure. So I guess we'll find out next week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was pretty informational. Water and alcohol ink make a really good synthetic wig dye. Who knew? I did actually watch a video about that from Alexa Paletti. If you guys don't know her, you should definitely look her up. She's pretty awesome. I watched one of her dyeing wig videos, and that's where I learned that alcohol ink or Sharpie ink could be good. So I will put that video link in the description. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all next week. Make sure to follow my social medias. Those will also be in the description. My Patreon, my Instagram, my Ko-Fi, all of the great things. I will see you all next week. Happy Halloween!